October 30th, 2015, Scotch for Dummies marks their first number 4. Is it still that good?
What's up?
Hey guys, it is Scotch for Dummies.
4 guys on a Scotch journey to help you with your next Scotch purchase.
Could it be? Should it be? We are totally unhinged on this
I don't
one.
know.
This has been a couple of purchases for us.
I'm a little scared, to be honest.
I'm a little scared too. So it was what date?
October 30th, 2015.
We were still drinking Scotch from large rocks glasses.
Scotch review number 9.
And way back
9
then,
times.
we thought this was amazing.
I think it was like our only number 4 for like
A long time.
Long time.
And I can tell
Till
you,
Scotch Whore came.
when we first reviewed it, I can remember all of us after we shot the review just like
What?
it
blew us
literally
away.
changed our world.
Right. Does it get? What do you do from here? Right? You're
can't get better than that.
My world's been rocked. We're done and over. Right?
Well, enough of these reviews.
Yeah,
We're just
we're
going to drink
done.
this forever. So, I mean, it was a game changer for us, and it really is a very unique bottle. It is not on the cheap side. You're looking at $250 to $300, somewhere in that
Is it
price
up that high
range.
now?
Yeah.
It's I mean, you can. If you are a savvy shopper and you're looking around, you might be able to find it a little cheaper, but I didn't see it anywhere cheaper than $200.
But what makes it so different? There is something very unique
It's
about
kind
this
of
bottle.
it's kind of a weird bottle. So it is an NAS bottling. So no age statement on this bottle. It is 40 ABV. So it's not rocking you on the ABV. It's not rocking you on the age. Where they get you though is Mr. Patterson put Scotch in 6 different barrels to age it and then put them back together before bottling. So this is the only Scotch in the world that does that.
And I remember you can taste
Yeah.
each one of those.
There's layers.
You've got-
I remember that too.
You've got American bourbon, you've got Madeira, you've got port, you've got Marsala, you've got Oloroso,
Wow.
and Cabernet Sauvignon.
Wow.
So
Which is crazy. That's
it
a
is-
lot of effort.
Yeah, and you know a lot of the research that I did on this, people talk about how amazing it is that he was able to blend this at all, because you do have a lot of
Right.
differing personalities within those different finishes. And so for them to be able to put, there's a reason why people don't do this.
Yeah.
It's because it
Well-
usually doesn't work out.
And this is still readily available. Like
Yeah.
you can
Yep.
find this all over
It's
the place.
core
It's just
lineup.
expensive.
It is the top. It's the most expensive bottle of their core range.
Yeah,
So-
you want to get in some crazy Dalmores. They've got the Constellation
Yeah,
series.
they've
and
got all
you-
kinds of like ridiculous one-off bottlings. I mean,
Right.
you can spend. How much money do you have? You can spend it on Dalmore
All
if you
of it.
wanted to. But this particular bottle, I mean, I don't think they're trying to break the bank, but it is unusual that their most expensive bottle. They do have age statement bottles.
Sure they
in
do.
their core line.
yeah.
The 12-year-old is their entry level. And then you get up to Cigar Malt and to the King,
Right.
and they're both NAS bottlings. That's a bold thing to do.
Now,
I mean, it really is.
Dalmore typically is lower ABV too, right? For the
Yes.
most part.
40%.
Yeah.
Pretty much
And
always 40.
I think that is a stylistic choice that Mr. Patterson has made.
Yeah.
We've talked about how ABV affects your flavor, and I think that he has put it at a lower ABV so that it is ready to drink straight out of the bottle, would be my guess.
Yeah.
Their still shapes are a little weird. They've got different sizes of stills, and they do weird things with. They have a high reflux rate, so they're trying to get like a lighter, fruitier spirit, I would guess, out of all the reflux. So it's a weird pattern that goes on. And most of their stuff is aged in Oloroso. This is one of the
It's got a wonderful nose.
does.
one-offs.
Put your nose in there. I mean, it really does have a wonderful nose. You can just sit here and
Getting
smell it.
blueberries and all that dark.
It's so fruity. It is.
I mean,
It's like
but-
a fruit cup.
But then you
Yeah.
get down there and you get into some Oloroso, and you get some nice vanilla notes. I mean, it's got so much stuff going on.
It really does. I mean, you could just sit here and smell it. I mean, without even
Well, you
taking.
can smell those
I
wines.
just want
in
to keep
there.
going back in there and find out what else can I grab out of there.
I will say the lower ABV doesn't really shock your nose.
No, you
so
go
it
all
really
the way.
lets you get into the glass and actually smell it and get a lot of the.
And you need the hat really in this situation because
Yeah.
it's such a low ABV. You want to keep everything kind of.
You want to get all the volatiles contained so you can hit
Bring
it when
in
you
there.
put
But
it in.
that means I can't smell
So-
it if I put the lid on it.
That's true. This is true.
So
But
there's
that's
that.
another thing. There's no claim to natural coloring here, right? So
No,
we
well,
know
that's
that
kind
this
of the-
is.
That's true.
We know that it's got coloring in it.
Right.
And it's chill filtered because it's 40%.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
So for your Scotch snobs, I'll say there's a lot of strikes on this bottle.
Sure.
There are
Absolutely.
people that are going to say I'll never buy that bottle because of all of these things. NAS, 40% ABV, chill filtered, coloring added,
Overpriced, yeah.
overpriced. There's 5 things that people will pass in this bottle and never even get a chance to smell that.
Right.
I mean,
But before
seriously,
they've even gotten to the Scotch itself,
they've already
written it
made
off.
their mind up that it's not worth it to them. But I'm telling you, just the nose is wonderful.
I will say there are scotches that we've come back to later, and for whatever reason, I'm unimpressed with the scotch later on. And maybe it's my palate's developed, or maybe it's just, I've kind of grown out of that style of scotch. But this one is one that I think you can appreciate as a newbie. You get that it's complex, and you get a lot of stuff out of it, and you're missing 90% of it, and then you come back to it later on, and you're like, oh yeah, now I get 100 other things that I wasn't able to pick up before.
That gobstopper just changes and flavors peel off after you have it for a while. I mean, this thing it's not a sherry, but it's a fruit bomb because it's hard because so much stuff going on there. You know what? And I don't know I guess I'm just so sensitive now to Pedro. I smell that on the nose too. It's right there.
Yeah.
Because you really know what it is.
I know what it is. I'm
Right.
I'm like, I love that.
Right.
That's right there.
I mean, you going into like raisins and dark chocolate on the finish, and it just really has such a. And the beauty of the 40% ABV is you can take a nice big swig of it and just let it roll around your
Right.
mouth, and
Right.
the alcohol doesn't burn you out. It's light enough because it's chill filtered that it's not too heavy and cloying. It
Yep.
just allows. It's got great ability to
can really take your
access
time
all
with it,
those
yeah.
flavors.
I'm surprised. I guess this is a testament to the blending of this particular scotch in that when you take a sip, it rolls through a bunch of different kinds of fruits. Like I got bright fruits up front, like Bing cherries and fresh apple and things like that. And then that fades back into, and it just kind of rolled through. Like I got raisins, and then I got plums, and then I got figs, and then I got dark
Right.
chocolate. And it just is a progression of flavors that just
True.
comes through. And nothing seems off. Nothing's fighting with each other. It's just a nice progression all the way
Everything
through.
he's saying right now.
It's
is
a
But
true.
you know
natural
what?
transition.
What's interesting is if you mix the order up, they could fight with each other, right?
Sure.
If you look at a spectrum of colors, right, and it's natural and it just goes from light to dark, it looks balanced and everything's great, right? But if you mix that all up, you're like, oh, that's chaos.
Yeah, red and blue
Right.
and yellow. But
There-
if it's red, orange, yellow, green,
Yeah, there's no chaos in it. It
Yeah.
really does just kind of blend together very, very. It's a nice dance in your glass.
And that sip, I got citrus and orange peel and
I got all Pedro on the
lemongrass.
nose right now.
It's just
What
got
are you getting
so
on the
many
nose?
flavors
Cherry.
to it.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a
that's
little
what I'm
bit
getting too.
There's a little bit of spice on the back end now that I didn't get on the first sip.
Ooh, there's some cloves.
It had some baking spice and some white pepper.
A nice subtle wood finish.
I'm not sure when I add water to it. It's so good where
Oh,
it is.
yeah, absolutely. But I mean, you know, it's going to hurt it a little bit. But I know it may. The thing is, it may hurt it from ABV, but it may bring out some more flavors.
Yeah.
There is a little bit. I'm just getting a little bit of that spice. When I let it roll onto the side of my tongues, I get a little bit more of the spicy note in it. But it's not like powerful. It's
No.
a soft spiciness, and it's really more on the finish than it is.
Yeah, I'm
up
not getting
front.
peppery on. I'm not getting that tonight anymore.
It's not heavy pepper.
No.
Nothing about this scotch is heavy. I mean, and everything just kind of comes and goes in its due time. It's fascinating actually. to have a sip
The
of
nose
it.
on this is I'm getting some interesting on the nose on. I can't explain it. It's like it's
It's almost like it's like a juicy apple, like that.
Yeah, that's not what I'm getting.
That's what I'm getting right now. Almost like
Oh
spearmint.
my gosh, tapioca pudding, man. Vanilla has come out with water. Hello, vanilla.
That's what it is vanilla. Like
It's just vanilla sugar.
Vanilla extract.
I got lemon pudding.
Really?
Yeah, I can get some of that.
That's
Man.
not one I was expecting
If
to come out.
Mr.
honestly.
Patterson was here, he might argue with us, but he also might agree. Yeah, that's all in there. I put that all in there, guys.
Right, exactly.
That's why I did
He's
what
been
I did.
at it for a long time. That's probably what he would say.
Ooh, so that the water actually brought out more of the chocolate and some of that the cake that you were mentioning.
Yes.
Spongy.
Brought down the fruit some.
Little bit.
Brought up the cake, like a white cake, kind of cooked.
I was thinking like a fruit crepe. It has just like a little bit of like a bready quality to it, but it's got so much fruit going on in there. It's like
just
dessert.
just a hint of whipped cream on top for that little.
I mean, if I were
creaminess
ever if somebody came up to me and said, you know what, what's your ultimate dessert scotch? Like after dinner drink, if you could have anything you wanted, I think this would probably be the one because it just.
I'll go with anything.
And it's not so heavy that it's
will.
going to weigh you down, and it's got so much different characteristics that it's going to go with just about whatever you ate.
Wow.
Was there port wine in this?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's port. That's what I'm smelling.
So what did we end up saying the price was? I forgot what we said.
It's anywhere from $250 to $300. I was going to guess $275, but he said the range that he found
gone
in
up,
researching it today was $250 to $300. So $275 is right in the middle of that anyway.
That's expensive.
It is.
It
expensive.
is.
It's definitely, especially for an NAS, it is not cheap. But I think it's also
Now I
it's got a lot of wood finishes in there, so I mean that's
Yeah.
going to drive up the price.
Yeah, well, and so let's talk about what you don't get. And you're right. I'm not getting a mustiness, an old heavy whiskey out of this. So that if that's your wheelhouse and you like the really heavy
Sherry
musty
bombs with the
kind of
leather.
things, yeah, you're not getting that here. This is a lighter, fruitier, fresher whiskey, I think.
More dessert wine or dessert
yeah.
cocktail.
Yeah.
It's definitely not smoked. You're not getting any of that peat.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all the sweet fruits. A little bit of raisins and clove and stuff on the mid-late palate. But
Sounds like you're on a review now. Keep going.
Yeah, you're on
all
it,
right.
buddy.
So I'm trying to think. So that we can't forget that we all scored this a 4 last time.
It's the first four.
It's the first 4.
It's hard to forget that.
You can't forget your first.
Preface
So-
it with we've changed a lot. Our palates,
We have.
we've grown a ton here, you guys.
So my question is, do I still think this is a 4? And it is an exquisite whiskey. Can I find anything wrong with it that would pull it away from a 4? And the only thing I can think is the price. But was that roughly the same price we did 4 years ago? Was it? I thought it was closer to.
I think
It was
a little cheaper.
probably between $225 and $250.
It was still that high. I thought it was around 200.
No, it
Well,
was
throw a
still way up
25% tariff on. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah. So, man, I'm struggling with this. I don't know how I could not make it a 4 because there's nothing that would ever turn me away from a glass of this. I don't think there's any time, day, or place that I wouldn't. If somebody offered me one of these, I would take it. I wouldn't take it. I mean, get up in the morning.
So-
You want the King Alexander?
I
Sure,
I
why
like
not?
where you're going with
Are you
this.
saying 4 then, or are you saying you're,
I think
you're
I
trying
got-
to walk off the cliff?
I
here?
am trying to not do a 4, and I don't think I can. So I'm going to go with a 4 on it again. It's just so good. I mean, it's just
There you
so
go.
well balanced.
There you go.
It blends so well, and it actually holds water better than you would expect for a 40% ABV.
1 for 1.
Good.
I'm going back.
You're going 3. You're just going to 3.
I don't know.
It's not worth
I'm
the
still.
price.
I'm not sure if I'm ready yet. I'm still thinking about a couple of
All right,
things.
you want me to go?
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you're ready.
I'll talk you into
Give me
a
just
4.
a little hint of that too while you're at it. Just tiny.
Here's my thought process on Dalmore King Alexander. It is a very unique bottling, and I think because of the fact that it is the only Scotch that has 6 different woods in it, they could have easily done this wrong. It could have gone sideways in 100 different ways. And to get it to actually work out and to get it to blend together in such a way that nothing's fighting with each other, nothing is trying to overpower each other, it's just a nice, well-balanced from start to finish. I can't find anything that is off-putting about it, that is kind of at odds with each other, that doesn't fit together in a way that, I would knock it for. Is it expensive? Yeah, but it's also a very unique bottle, and I think that it's not... There's a lot more expensive bottles out there.
Yes.
Even in the NAS range,
Yes.
there are a lot of bottles that rival this or go above it.
Sure.
honestly.
Like the Macallan Rare Cask would be a comparable rival, I think.
So I don't necessarily think that, I mean, it is an expensive bottle, don't get me wrong, but I don't know that it's, uber expensive or outlandishly expensive. So I'm not really going to take that too much into consideration. I just think it's a really nice glass of Scotch, and I can't find anything wrong with it. So I'm going to give it a 4 again. I
2 for 2.
What are you going to do? You ready?
He wants to
No,
go last.
go ahead, man.
I'll let him freaking back clean up then.
I'm struggling.
All right, so I will start off by saying I realize there are at least 5 reasons to knock this. All right, we covered them. We covered price, we covered NAS, we covered chill filter, we covered E150, 40% ABV. I get it. But I got to tell you, it's still a great glass of Scotch. It really is fun to drink because, I mean, there's so much in it. And the fact that they got it right and it does go together, it's either damn lucky or damn good. One or the other. Maybe a combination of both.
I don't know if you could be lucky enough to get
really don't.
6 barrels to go together right.
It could. No. You're right. It could have been done wrong. And listen, we've had scotches where there are multiple flavor profiles in there that are all great by themselves but clash with each other and things don't go well. That's not this glass, man. On the nose, I can sit here and sniff it for 45 minutes and I just want to keep going back because there's always something else. And then when you take it on the palate, it's really, it matches it. You get all that same complexity, all that difference, right? And would it be better at 46? Probably. I mean, I would like to try it, but I gotta say, I know why I gave it a 4 the first time, and I don't think I was wrong. I really don't. People will knock it for those reasons. I can't. Price point, sure. But you know what? Andrew made a great comparison. That Macallan Rare, $300. NAS. This thing blows that out of the water night and day and every day. I gotta say 3 for 3 here, guys. It's a 4 for me again. It's a great glass. You cannot go wrong with this.
Yep. All right.
Are we drinking your share?
He's gonna break the bank. He's going for a 2.5.
I'm not
because
going
it's too
that low.
expensive.
Come on, no. I'm not gonna lie. I've been struggling because I am trying to be better at being consistent on my scoring based on some previous bottles, etc. Looking at all the common things we do: price, ABV, factor, complexity, all those things. But Mark said what I needed to hear, and he's absolutely right. You guys are all right, but what got me with him, he's like, you enjoy everything about this. Is it expensive? Yes. Can you knock it for the ABV? Sure. Can you knock it for all the things Mark said a minute ago? Absolutely. Is it price high? Yeah, but damn it, it's freaking worth every penny of it to me. And I'm going to go 4 as well. I have to because it's that good. The complexity, the fact of the matter, you can get so much out of this at 40 ABV.
Right.
Which is
actually kind of almost a balance between the price and that. I mean, you're getting so much because it's so freaking smooth with that much potent flavors. Yep. I mean, it's hard to pass this up. Guys, this is absolutely a great, fantastic bottle.
I really think that it's a great bottle to spend time with to introduce somebody to what complexity can be in Scotch. I mean, to sit down with someone who doesn't have as much experience and say, we're just going to talk about this glass and walk them through this, their mind's just going to go, because they're going to be like, I had no idea that all that is going on in Scotch.
That's crazy.
Yep.
And it is. It's a great example of that. I don't know what to say, guys.
4 does.
4 around.
4 times.
Wow. Here we go. Hard to believe 5 years later almost.
And you were still loving it.
Still loving it.
What's not to love?
I don't know.
Man.
You know what's not to love? Every Thursday night we're live.
Oh, we are live every Thursday
We'll
night.
be talking about this and a bunch of other stuff.
Hey, if
on
you
our
like
live
what you
show.
see, pound that like
Heck
button.
yeah, hit
man.
the like for us.
Hit it,
We love it.
subscribe, little notification bell so you know when we go live.
Join us on podcasts, on Discord, Facebook,
Nice.
Instagram, and Twitter. We'd love to see you.
And if you're a patron, even if you're not a patron, you get on the Discord. There's a lot of good conversation
yeah.
going on in the Discord, but we do appreciate all the support from our patrons, so thank you. And guys, perfect score.
To the
Perfect
king.
score.
To the king. It's good to be the king.
Hey guys, are you still here?
What?
You need to head on over to the Patreon channel where you will hear Mark, in a much more inebriated form, talk about the history of Dalmore King Alexander. It's a special episode.
You don't want to miss that. It's so freaking funny. You ever heard Drunk History? It's Mark History.
I wish it weren't recorded because I wouldn't have remembered it if it weren't.
It's a classic.